order to do this demonstration, we needed to go to the Lesson 3 folder and open up Goals, Supplies, and Computers. We have them open on our screen right now. I do not want you to send me 3 different spreadsheets once we format them the way that the instructions are going to tell us to format it as. I want you to send me one workbook with each demo in it. All right, so what we need to do is copy and paste our information from supplies and the computer file and paste it under sheet 2 and sheet 3 under our goals workbook. All right, so again, you can open up goals, and then sheet tab 2 and sheet tab 3, we want to copy and paste that information from those other 2 worksheets so that we have all of our demonstrations in one workbook. All right, if that made no sense to you, I'm going to do it right now. All right. So I'm going to open up the 3 of them, get them from someone's folder. They're on the website, but I'm just going to get them from folder that one of you all saved in real quick. If you saved it, anybody save them? Let me see if somebody saved them. I use India's. Where's goals? Okay, goals. So again, I have goals open. It's about to open up. And on sheet tab 2 and 3, I want to copy and paste supplies. Put it on sheet tab 2. Copy and paste my content from computers and put it on sheet tab 3. I want one workbook for this demonstration, all right? So here's goals. So let me go to supplies and copy. You can look up here. Copy that content and put it on sheet tab 2. All right? So now I have sheet tab 1, I have goals. Sheet tab 2, I have supplies. On the last sheet tab, I want computers. All right, so let me get that content and paste it on sheet tab 3. All right, let me copy this. And I want this on my sheet tab 3. All right. So I can close out you can close out everything else. Once you have all 3 worksheets under one workbook, you can close out of everything else. Help your neighbor. So again, I should be able to click on, this may make a little bit more sense since I have it. Sheet tab 1, there's goals. Sheet tab 2, there's supplies. And sheet tab 3 is computers. All right? So let's get these all in one workbook. Anybody need help? Yeah, adjust your columns. If you got those little number signs, just adjust your columns. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we have sheet tab 1 up, and we're working with the goals file. Again, we're in lesson 3. In this lesson, you will learn to format or adjust the appearance of an Excel worksheet. You will change the way the font looks and adjust the size of rows and columns. You will also learn to adjust alignment and to insert smart art graphics. All right, so again, this demonstration is split up through 3 different spreadsheets. All right, but we're going to just submit one workbook. First thing they want us to do is change the font size. Again, you guys know about that. Font is to look up the character. Font style is your bold, underline, etc. So everybody, it went out. I'll talk to you. Through F1. Those are just my column headings, all right? And they want us to make it 12 Times New Roman. Make the font style bold. Alright, so they want us to select A1 through F1, our column labels, and make it 12 Times New Romans bold. They want us to do the same thing to column A1 through A11. So our names, the players' names, same exact thing. Times New Roman, 12-point font, and we want to make it bold. Alright? That's all I wanted to start off this lesson with. I'm sure everyone is already familiar with that, alright? Okay. Border. Applying borders and cell content. That's what we're about to do now. A border is a line along one or more edges of a cell. Borders make worksheet labels easier to find. By applying a border to a cell or group of cells, you can make information easier and quicker to find. Alright? So, everybody highlight cell A1 through F1. We want to put a bottom border there. We want to separate our columns. So, A1 through F1. If you look up here under the, we're still under the Home tab, but under the Font group, you'll see a icon, and that's your border icon. Alright, so if anything tells you to add a border to it, this is where you click. And we want to click bottom border. It'll always specify what type of border. It may want a thick bottom border, outside border, etc. It'll always in words tell you which one should be used. So click bottom border. And we also want to do in column A a right border. Now leave it there for a second if you want to look up here to see what's going on. Right? Okay, and put a right border. So that's the first thing, font and borders. Alright, to separate our data or labels. Convert to text column. That's what's about to be demonstrated next. It's used to separate the contents of a cell, such as list of first names and last names. So which what am I going to separate up here? Column A. Alright. Excel makes use of the delimiter. Again, that's what's going to divide this text for us. So first thing we want to do is we want to add a column in between A and B. So everyone insert a new column. This was lesson 2. In between A and B. Insert a new column. Okay, because something has to be empty before we can separate. Alright? So we have an empty column. And the Convert to Text wizard is located under the Data tab. Alright? So we're going to leave the Home tab and go to Data. And what do you think we're going to click? What button do you think we're going to click on? Text to columns. Alright? Oh, we got to select the data first. I'm glad that happened. We have to select what we want to turn from text to column. So again, like someone stated earlier, we want our names. Now click text to column. Data tab. Now click text to column. And the dialog box will come up. You got to insert the new row. New column. Click on column B, right click on column B, the whole thing. Insert. New row or column. Okay. Insert the new column. Alright, and you'll see and click next. None of this is important, so we're going to click finish. And that's what's going to happen. All right, I'll do that one more time because I know some people got left behind. I insert a new column. I click text to columns. Next. Comma is selected. I want to separate it after the comma. Next. Finish. All right. So that's the convert to text wizard. We're about to type in it. All right, in cell A1, type last name. Let's update these labels. A1, last name. B1, first name.
You want that cap locks?
Initial cap. And to me, that line that we put now looks crazy because it's in the middle of our label. We need to move it, or we need to erase it. All right? So again, I added last name in A1, first name in B1. So let's delete. Let me show you all how to delete a border in case it's not what you thought it would be. You don't like it, it needs to move, etc. So let's go back to the Home tab. Of course, we'll click back on the button tab. And at the very bottom, you'll see where it says Erase Border. You also see line color too. So if something tells you to change the line color, that's where it is. But we want to click Erase Border. And all you'll do is just click your mouse and literally erase it. You can look at my screen and see what's going on. I'm just clicking on each cell and I'm removing it. All right. To deselect it, so you see the eraser is still popped up. I want my mouse back. So all you do is in any area outside of your content, just double click and it'll go away. All right. Now we're about to apply table style. All right. That's going to change the format. It's going to change the appearance as well. A table style is a predefined set of formats to a range of data. So everybody select cell A1 through G11. We want to click Format as Table under the Styles group. Format as Table. We want to add a table style. All right. And when you roll over them, you'll see the name of whatever it is pop up. So when you do your modules and labs, it'll tell you which one to pick. You just have to roll over it. We want to pick Table Style Light 17. All right. So again, if you're verbally, if you're an oral person trying to listen, if you roll over it, you'll see it. Or you can look up here. It's the third one in the third column. All right. Table Style 17. That's going to pop up because it's asking you, do you want this range, all of this? And press OK. So again, the appearance has changed. Later on in life, we'll talk about what those arrows and stuff does, but right now, we're just here. Okay? So that's located under the Styles group, Home tab. Theme. A theme, again, is a predefined set of colors, fonts, and effects that you can apply to an entire workbook. All right? So, everybody highlight our content again. And that is located under Page Layout, Themes. All right? And that's, again, your color, font, everything is already taken care of. If you scroll down, they want us to click Verve. V-E-R-V-E. Look up here. V-E-R-V-E. I think that's spell verb.
V-E-R-V-E.
All right. It's like a pinkish type of one. Verb. You might have to scroll down a little bit.
Click on it?
Yeah, click on it. Okay. Don't deselect. I still want you all to select, keep it selected, because I want you to see how detailed things are, how predefined they are. All right? So with this still selected, click on the Design tab. And if you look up here, the options, click Total Row. And it added a total row for you. Do last column. Click last column. It bolded your totals in your last column. So it's just a setup thing of predefine everything. All right? You don't have to go in and do all that manually. Again, you guys are learning how to move through softwares quickly. All right? So you can deselect it now. Go ahead and give me the totals for columns C through F. Go ahead and auto sum column C through F. Auto sum. Add them up, add them up, add them up, add them up. Okay. The last thing this wants to demonstrate to you all before we move on is, of course, font color. Same thing. How you do it in Word, how you do it in PowerPoint, it's the same thing. So all it wants us to do is make our column totals green and our main total red. And as you do your exercises and modules and labs, you'll see that mostly all of your totals, are in red. You'll see that. It'll tell you a lot of times to change your total to red. So again, I made my, don't be fooled by my screen because you know it's messed up. Make your values green, your totals, and your grand total red. Just look at my screen again. That's not yellow. That's green on here. It's just crazy looking.
What to make red again? Is it
The main total, 205.
Okay.
Red. If you don't know how to use fill handle in this lesson 3, you really been asleep. 205 needs to be red. All right, go ahead and save this as L3 demo because we're about to move to sheet tab 2. But before you do it, let me go ahead and show you how to rename a sheet tab because that's in this lesson as well. So at the very bottom, you know, that's where your sheet tabs are located. So double click on sheet 1 and type, what is this? This was goals. So again, double click on the sheet tab and type goals. All right, now let's go ahead and save as lesson 3 demo. Or you can just put L3 for the sake of not typing all that.
Just type goals.
Uh-huh. This is L3 demo. You're going to submit the whole workbook. All right, not just each one. All right, so we're done with that. L3 demo. Everybody click on sheet tab 2. All right. And adjust your columns. You know, double click and move it out so it's all visible. Go on sheet tab 2. What you gotta do? This needs to be red.
What you say, do?
Adjust your columns so it's not all stacked on top of each other.
How you do that?
All right, let me go over adjusting columns
never mind,
that I did in lesson 1.
I remember.
All right, so place your cursor between A and B, drag it or double click it. The black cross should appear. BM. All right. Cell style, a set of formatting traits that has been given a name. So what they want us to do is add a currency cell style. What does currency mean? Money, right? So highlight cells B2 through B9. We want to make that money, currency, right? So under our styles group, we're still under the home tab. Click sales styles. And at the very bottom, we're not going to work with quick styles just yet. At the very bottom, you'll see currency. Just click on it. Okay? What do you think will make percent? This column. Percent. All right? So go back to sales styles and click percent. So that's what sales styles are. You have decimals, currency, percent. It's way more than that, but you'll be introduced to them more in computer apps too. It's just
And then go to the very, very bottom. Where's this one? And then the, yeah, that one will be green.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Hiding and unhiding rows. Alright. So we're going to have to add a little bit of content for you to even understand or get the full meaning of why do we hide and unhide rows. So in cell D1, everybody type sales this month. Sales this month. I'll zoom in. Sale as in car sale, as in Christmas sale. Alright. Sales this month. So we're about to put some more data, and we're going to want to compare this month's sales to sales this month or last month's sales. Alright. So the first data is going to be 318. 26. $318.26. Alright. The next one is $445.76. Again, I'll zoom in a little bit more for you. For my people in the back. Right? The next one is $322.07. $298.45 for the next one. $552.97. I'm gonna repeat them. All right. $206.89 and $315.22. So again, D2 is $318.26. D3 is $445.75. 76. Oops. D4 is $322.07. D5 is $298.45. D6 is $552.97. D6 is $206.89. And last but not least, D8 is $315.22. All right. So let me zoom back out for you. So looking at this visibly, what do you think we would want to compare? What do we think we would need to have side by side to each other so that we can compare last month's sales and this month's sales? So how do I hide and unhide sales? Everybody click on row C because we want to hide it momentarily. We don't want to delete it or get rid of it because it's still valuable information. We just want to hide it. So click on cell C, and under the sales tab, or not tab, group, we're still home tabbing. All right. And click on format. I'm still under the home tab. I'm under the sales group. And you'll see all this stuff you can do. But we just want to click on hide and unhide. And I'll leave it there for you all to catch up.
Click hide. When you click that.
Hide column. And it disappears. So now, right next to each other, if they wanted to know how much they sold last month and this month with pencil, so do they need to order some more? Do they not need to order any more, period? That's the purpose, to compare data, all right? Same thing you do to unhide it. So you want to bring it back because remember, hide doesn't delete it, it just moves it. Unhide columns, and it comes back. wait too long, you can't unhide it. You may just have to undo. So that's hide and unhide. Okay. If you saw under there as well, you saw rename sheets there too. So it'll do it for you. But that's, I just show y'all the quick way, of course. But that's all under format. All right. Alignment aligns the contents of a cell to the left, center, or right. So everybody highlight cell C2 through C9 and let's just center it.
C2.
And center is located in the same place it's located in every software.
Click on it.
You click on it. I'm just waiting for everybody to see what's going on. All right. Most of your numeric values will always be right aligned. All right, so let's center this percentage. All right. Okay, that's it for that one.
We'll save it.
So this one just wanted you to see cell styles, hiding and unhiding rows. All right, so let's rename this sheet to supplies. Thank you. Brain freeze. Oh, can't spell. All right. So that's what we took from an alignment. That's what we took from that worksheet. Supplies. We name it as supplies. And the last hoorah. We've been doing this all day. Sheet tab 3, computers. And just let's save our changes, Control S. You don't have to do nothing fancy, save as or nothing. Just Control S, save what we just did so we won't lose it. And now let's go to sheet 3. Let's go ahead and rename it to computers. And you will see, I hope you do see, these values that have these little number signs. That doesn't mean anything is wrong. That just means this cell is too small to fit my content. So I want to adjust my column. Just pull them out some so I can see all of it. All right, so that doesn't mean error or anything. All right, if that happened to you. I don't know if that happened to you. All right. And in this demo for computers, real quick, it just wants to show you how to change. We're going to change the color of our sheet tabs. We're going to add a background. We're going to use merge and center and smart art. And then we'll be done with this demo. Okay. So, everybody in cell, everyone should have an empty row. I hope you didn't paste it so you closed your top row. If you did, we need an empty row for row 1 to add our title. If you have a gap, you don't have a gap, we need to add a row. All right? In cell B1, type monthly sales. All right, and of course, if it was typed in B1 or if it was typed in A1, it looks stupid just there, just hanging.
How you add a
They
row?
want us to insert, they want us to center across cells. This was so lesson 2. Why do I even teach? Why? All right? So, now we want to center across the selection. We want to center our title over our column so that the format looks a little bit better than this right here. So, highlight A1 through E1 because we want to center across cells. No, we're not going to press the center tab. We are not going to press the center tab. Nothing's going to even happen. We want to press under the alignment section, merge and center. You should remember that from Word, but I'm not sure if we remember anything once Ms. Davis gets done. All right? Merge and center. Yours will say it. Mine has the icon. My stuff is set up a little different. I'm different. But you'll have merge and center, the actual word. So click on that. And now you will see it, professionally merge over your column. It's not all hanging off to the side looking crazy. So from here on out, anything you do, you need to center your title. Okay? Same way that you change the color, to change the name of your sheet tabs, If you right click on it and click tab color, that's where you'll change the color to. Again, like the PowerPoint stated, it helps you just make it organized and more professional and business-like, all right? So you can pick whatever you want to pick. For all three. Okay? Same way you rename, you can change the tab color as well. Again, you can organize your work by storing information on multiple sheets. Each worksheet, when you change the color, it makes it, organized and more quickly that you can find it. Background. The picture that you were asked to save when we started class. All right. And this presentation or demo will be posted in the lesson 3 folder. So if you've got behind, you don't want to look at the screen, you think you can listen to me, and you can't, and you don't know what's going on, you can upload and look at this video. All right. So everybody, to add a background, and again, it's not anything fancy. It's just a logo or watermark. So everybody click on page layout. And of course, you'll click on background. And just locate that picture that you saved earlier from that folder. All right, and that should happen. Again, it's like a watermark. It's nothing. And again, it won't print. It's just there, when you send businesses, a lot of companies. This is the CompuBowl, that's a business company. And these are their monthly sales for each location that they have for that company. It just went there. I didn't do anything fancy. So if you don't have that saved, go ahead and get that saved. We're about to do Smart Art, so that we can visually represent in a graphic this information in case they want to present it to a board or everybody, their employees, then we'll be done. Again, we're going to create a Smart Art graphic for a monthly sales report, all right? We have a whole bunch of different options that we can use, but we're going to use a process diagram. So everybody go to Insert. Insert Smart Art. And of course, again, we did this last unit, but you have 1,000 to pick from. You'll always be told which ones to pick unless you have a project and you know that's higher level thinking, so you'll have to decide what best represents something. But for now, we're going to click where it says Process on the Process category and scroll down until you see where it says Upward Arrow. Used to show a progression or steps that trend upward in a task, like a workflow, okay? And press OK. And that will appear, okay? Let's move it first of all. It doesn't need to be all over our text. So let's move it down some so it's not over our text, all right? First thing, if you ever need, you see one that you want to use, but it's not enough space or it's not enough places for you to type, you don't have to delete it. You can just add to it. So if you look at the top left-hand corner, you'll see where it says Add Shape. So again, if you ever pick one where there's not enough room for you, you can always add to it. So we want to add shape after. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're trying to show, again, if we want to put this diagram in a PowerPoint, present to the employees at each location, the sales, etc. This will make it easier, all right? Because no one wants to look at a whole bunch of numbers. I don't even want to do it. But I think when it's represented through a graphic, it makes more sense. So they want to type May sales. So May, everybody type May. The month May will be here before we know it. And in the month of May, they made $27,894. All right. You can type in the dialogue or on the arrow. It doesn't matter. Okay, in May, they made $27,894. In June, they made $28,345. All right. $28,345. In July, they made $32,189. All right. And last but not least, they want to total out. So for their total, for this location, the Newport location, they want to specify how much they made total. So we're going to type Newport total, and that's the location, not Newport Cigarette. And their total sales was $88,428. So again, May is $27,894. That's how much that location made. June, $28,345. That's how much that location made. July, $32,189. That's how much that location made. And Newport total sales for that location. All right. So again, I could copy and paste this in a PowerPoint and show that and present that. That's what you have to do for your budget project. I can do that compared to us looking at a whole bunch of numbers. Now, the worksheet and the data is still important for records or whatever. But if you're presenting information, this would be the best thing to do. All right. And the last thing they wanted you to get from it, if you look up here, the design tab is already selected. You can change the colors of it. You can change the format so that it's more 3D and it looks more professional. Looks more legit, like I like to say. All right. That's all under the, pick whichever one you want to pick. All right.